Namaskar.
Yes.
We are here with our new episode of Good Morning Bharat. So we do have one of our most eminent personality today, Dr. Anil Pokhriyal, who is the CEO of MEPSC sector and skill ecosystem. So we are really glad to have you here, sir. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you so very much for inviting me here and giving me, I don't deserve the doctor tag because I'm not a doctorate. I'm Colonel from the Indian Army. But thank you. Thank you for your warm welcome.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. So it's our indeed pleasure to have you over here, sir. So we are just about to start with the first question of our today's interview round. So the first question is like, what is the main objective to form an SSC in the MEPSC sector, and how this sector has created an impact in the skill industry?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you once again. Thanking you all for inviting me for this very important outreach program, which is so very important for Management Sector Skill Council, and giving us the platform to speak to our larger audience and stakeholders in the skilling ecosystem. Management, Entrepreneurship and Professional Skills Council was formed with the vision to create a world-class competent workforce, both technically and professionally, for the domestic and international market. We are a horizontal sector skill councils amongst 37 sector skill councils, which are horizontal and which are sector agnostic. Our job roles in the management sector are cutting across all other sectors, and that way it is very very unique place we have in the entire skilling ecosystem, where we are cutting across all other sector, being sector agnostic. And we are also having the mandate of training and assessment sectors and also the entrepreneurship. In these professional skills, Management Sector Skill Council has got many job roles such as legal, such as security also got inducted with us in the year 2018, and professional skills including employability skills. So we got formed in the year 2015, December, and in this last 4.5 years, we have done quite well as far as our own yardsticks and metrics are concerned. We have created 33 national skills qualification framework aligned qualifications, apart from 6 independent national occupational standards for the English, employability and entrepreneurship.
Okay.
With the vision to create the qualified workforce, MEPSC has already certified and assessed more than 4 lakh trainees. And in that sense, we have created a very strong ecosystem wherein we have got more than 260 master trainers already certified with us and 3,751 trainers for the various job roles of management and security.
Okay.
What we have done is in this last 4.5 years, we have got more than 400 industry partners, 19 assessment agencies, 47 best in class employers, more than 11 renowned universities and colleges across the country.
Okay.
We have also engaged with more than 350 companies, public sector units and small media enterprises to create more than 3,400 apprentice contracts. What we have done is we have played a very pivotal part in increasing the employability quotient of the trainees under the scheme of Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana 2.0, which is, as you know, the flagship program of the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship.
Okay, sir.
By providing English and employability and entrepreneurship modules for 9 job roles across 5 sector skill council, in which we have already trained more than 25,000 candidates, and we have been bestowed with 2 important awards from Scotch Group for the Silver Award and the Order of Merit Award for this initiative.
Okay, sir. We are really happy to know, you do really remember each and every figure as well, that how many TOTs you have conducted and how many assessors are being certified so far in your sector. That's really great to know about all that. So the next thing we would like to know, what all are the initiatives which you have taken in COVID-19 as per the present situation, What all are the initiatives which has been taken by your sector?
Okay, so like I said, since 2019 February, we had already started this English employability and entrepreneurship module, which
Yeah.
is being delivered across so many sectors and job roles. It is being delivered online. So, in that sense, Management Sector Skill Council was uniquely placed when we were already up and about regarding embracing the technology for online training, and this entire program is being delivered and even assessed online uh, by it is being conducted by the facilitators which we train through our training of trainers program. So once the lockdown happened, MEPSC was very uniquely and very was poised very strategically in that sense, and we took off flying actually. What we did was we did more than now 27 batches of training of trainers and training of master trainers, and we have got more than 825 trainers and master trainers already certified during this entire lockdown.
Okay.
Once then, to take up the next level of engagement of skilling with the universities and colleges, we enrolled and signed contracts with 11 universities, various very coveted universities and colleges for the implementation of skill-based courses in the Bachelor's of Vocational Studies. What we did was we also did the webinars for the Apprentice Act and for getting more players onboarded for the security sector and for the management sector. So what we did was we conducted two webinars in which we had more than 200 participants, wherein we told them about the amendments of the Apprenticeship Acts and rules, and we also engaged with many startups and many entrepreneurs, budding entrepreneurs, for transformation of the MSME sector as far as entrepreneurship is concerned.
Okay.
So we did all this during this exercise. Yeah.
That's great. Really good to know about all this. Like MEPSC has done lot many things, and lot many initiatives has been taken by your sector during this lockdown. Thank you so much for answering the question, sir. The other thing we would like to know, like as per the recent news, PMKVY 3 has already been approved by the government. So, what are the future plans your organization has taken with the same perspective?
Yeah. So see, PMKY 3 has been announced. However, the final details of the scheme is yet to be communicated since they are under decision at the
Yes.
ministerial level. We recently had meetings with the ministry and NSDC officials. So we know the larger layout of the scheme, wherein more emphasis is going to be given on this migrant population. More devolution of power is likely to happen to the states, and in that sense we'll have to reach out to the states and also to these 116 districts which have been notified by the government of India to get the migrant workers back into the ecosystem and get them employed again. So in that sense, PMKY 3.0 is very important and is very unique in the sense that it will be going to the next level. Till now, whatever it has happened in last 4 or 5 years of this government's skill development initiative, this is a very important juncture wherein the entire industry has to support in a big way. What we and toward that end, MEPSC is fully geared, and we are very much prepared with our hybrid model of delivery. We are focusing on the development of our online content, and we already have our learning management system. We are also connecting with our partners for the aggregation of jobs and industry engagements.
Okay, sir. Okay. So as you told, like you are prepared with the complete online mode system now. Post COVID lockdown, like how the assessment process would work out, whether it would be completely online or it would, in case of any extreme cases, it can happen with the presence of the assessor at the training center. So how it would be taken care?
Yeah. So MEPSC had already done an embrace technology, like I told you. We already have our assessment platforms, which is fully online. We have a very strict, stringent process of inducting our assessment agencies, wherein we have very detailed parameters to be met by each one of them. And we all our assessment agencies, 19 of them, have got artificial intelligence features through which we can remotely proctor and monitor our assessments. Now, this artificial intelligence is a very, very useful tool wherein we can try and keep the malpractices and bring it down to the zero. And it has got many advanced features which are being utilized right now as we are speaking, wherein we have already identified the kind of malpractices which are happening, and we are committed to bring them down to zero actually. So, but then there is a catch. Now, we have to be very mindful of the fact that not everything can be done online, especially in skilling, wherein we have got a very important practical component. Now, that practical component we have to figure out, especially for our security sector job role, wherein the demonstration and hands-on display of the skills is very important. Now, how do we do it? We are working out with our assessment agencies the methods and the procedures, how to do the assessment for that. So it cannot be a broad brush or a one size fit all kind of a policy wherein all the assessment and training can go online. We have to resort to a mix of both online and offline and come up to a hybrid model, and where we can do the assessment as far as for the job roles and sector and the tools and the equipment which are required for that assessment. So considering all that, we have to choreograph our assessment in that sense.
Okay, sir. Really nice to know like what all initiatives about the online program and everything, how MEPSC has taken the initiative. It's nice to know really. So the other thing we would like to know, like how your SSC is getting connected to the industry partners. And at the time of recruitment drive, what are the expectations of industry leaders from the trainees at the time of the drive when it comes to the placement time?
It's a very, very important question actually.
Yes.
It's a very thoughtful question when you have asked all these issues. Actually, see, the entire result of entire skilling is in the correct placement of the employee and the candidate.
Yes.
And that is also the demand of the industry, that we have to get the skilled employee, and employee also gets the right wages and also the right industry and right place. So that is very important. So in that sense, MEPSC has got a very detailed layout as far as our industry partners is concerned, because we are supported by our promoter, All India Management Association, which has got more than 38,000 members and more than 65 local management associations across country, which has got their members in their regions, in their state, and in their districts, wherever they are. Then we also have got very industry partners in terms of associations like FICCI, the private security agencies, all our training partners, all our assessment bodies, our committees, and at the regional and the national level we have such companies. As far as our apprenticeship endeavor is concerned, we are also now reaching out to more and more industries and companies, and we already have got more than 350 companies onboarded for that. So what they need is the employee or the candidate has to be fully skilled in the job role, in the shop floor. What are the expectations or the skill sets he or she has to demonstrate? That is the expectation of the employer, and that is the need and the demand from the industry. Now, that is what we have to fulfill, and working backwards from the ask and the demand of the industry, we work on our qualification packs, and we work on our job fairs, and we work on our skilling initiatives.
This is one of the most important part, like in the skill industry, how in every SSC candidates are getting placed at the time of recruitment drive. And I think so you have given a very well answer, and I am really, impressed like how MEPSC has been working as far as the trainees are concerned when it comes to the placement time.
Absolutely. In this aspect, we have to be very cognizant of the fact that we all have to realize that apprenticeship is the way going forward.
Correct, sir.
What and toward that end, Government of India has relaxed and come out with lots of amendments in the Apprenticeship Act and the rules, wherein you get the opportunity, the candidate and also the employer get the opportunities to work on the floor, know the nuances of working and knowing the shortcomings or the improvements which are essential and required, and get the right fit for that industry and for that candidate. And there are successful models in many European countries and many advanced economies of the world, like Germany, New Zealand, Switzerland, South Korea, Japan, Australia. So there are numerous countries where they have a very, very well set system, especially including in UK. And we have to really come up to that expectation. As of now, our uptake from apprenticeship is just about 5 to 7%, which is way below than the average internationally, which is more than 75, 80, 90%. So we have to come up to that level to meet the demands of the industry.
Yes. Okay, sir. We really wish like ABPSC will reach definitely heights in this aspect.
Yeah, sure.
So the other thing we would like to ask, like, what sort of message you want to give to the skill industry, as you are really having years of experience in the same industry?
Yeah, message to the skill industry is actually not only to the skill industry. We have to give a message to the entire country, and our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, has given that clarion call once in 2014-15 when the department and the ministry was created by this government. That was the first step. When the need was accepted and acknowledged, and a ministry for skill development was formed for the first time. So starting from that, we have to have a change of mindset from the society, from the employer, from the employee to the parents, and like it is said in one of the movies of Shah Rukh Khan, कोई भी धंधा छोटा नहीं होता है.
Correct.
So we have to bring dignity to labor and dignity to skills. We have to bring skills to the level and come out of this mindset of job, come out of this mindset of sarkari naukri, come out of this mindset of only going for degree courses rather than vocational courses. We have to stop comparing and start giving more value to skills, because at some point of time, skill is more important than degrees, and that is what will in this. And COVID has given us a very big lesson as a country, and as a internationally, world over, we have realized the utility or futility of skills or lack of it. So we have to very much understand the power of skills, the importance of skills. The industry has to pay wage premium to the skills. We have to come out of that mindset that we'll hire a person who's unskilled or less skilled and we'll pay less.
Mm-hmm.
To improve our productivity and efficiency, we have to have more skills, value more skills, and get our workforce skilled, reskilled, and upskilled at all times. And that is what COVID has taught all of us.
Yes, sir. Yes, it's really a lesson for everybody, actually. Yeah. Thank you so much for answering all the questions that we have asked, and we really got the wonderful answers, which we were really expecting, but beyond expectation, we have got the answers, sir. So it's a really pleasure to have you today and have an interaction session with you. So any message you would like to give to the NISERG team?
Thank you. Keep continuing good work. I've heard very, very good words about your work, and you have a very onerous responsibility, being an important pillar of the country's governance. So NISERG, I wish NISERG team all the best in times to come, and keep spreading positivity, and also keep highlighting the better things, better parts of the society, and better news, so that we bring and develop a very positive atmosphere in the entire country. So wishing you all the best.
Thank you so much. We really need your blessings and your good wishes that we have got today. Thank you so much for that, sir. Pleasure to have you here today.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you for inviting. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you.